Hello everyone, in this video we are going to have a lot of different stories and a lot of different news stories. Keep a critical mind as always. I will always try to put all the evidence and proof out there. If there isn't enough, then also you can search for yourself, but I will try to keep all those things out there for you guys. And as always, keep a critical mind and I hope you enjoy. We are talking about NJU 2024. We'll feature EN Livers this year. NJU is a Nijisanji Unit Music Festival, a 3-day music event which used to be entirely live or organized. For the past few years, it's been only JP Livers performing and only in 3D. This time 2D Livers and EN will be performing. Why is that? We all know what that reason is. Because Nijisanji, unfortunately, does not push 3D very much. Does not give 3D kind of in waves like Hololive does. Why am I using Hololive? Hololive is their direct competitor in Japan and EN. They are the next one that is about as big as them or close to their size. Other ones like Phase, etc., they are much smaller. So Hololive goes in waves. Hololive is like, okay, you've been here for this amount of time, we're going to give you a 3D. Like they recently did the Advent 3D. Right now, you know, they've already done Hololive EN, you know, Promise, which is their new one. They're doing their Hololive Myth, Promise, and now Advent. JP gets it in waves as well. Each generation, after a certain period of time, will get their 3D. In the case of Nijisanji, we know they do a lot of lottery pickings for most of the things that they do. Whether it be a brush up, whether it be a 3D, everything seems to be lottery based. There are livers that have been there for 5 or 6 years, or 4 more years, or whatever it is, and they still don't have their 3D. This is something that when you see, like for example, a newer person getting a 3D, you've been there for 5 years, you start feeling abandoned. You start feeling like, oh my goodness, this is just the way I would feel personally. If I were a liver with Nijisanji, I've been there for 4 or 5 years, giving them my all, and then all of a sudden, some dude that's 1 year in, just because he's more popular than I am, gets a 3D. I feel like no matter what I do, I will not be seen in that organization. This is why I criticize this organization as hard as I do, because it is bad for the livers. It is not doing the proper thing for the livers. And even then, I'm just going to go further because I'm going to be talking too much if I do this right now. They're saying 150 live streamers, more than 100 units featured. Ticket details for online streaming is there and will be announced at a later date. The site and the details are put here. Let's take a look at the Nijisanji EN one. Music Festival 2024 announcement. This year's event will be held from December 20th to the 22nd. So it's going to be around that time, around the time of, special things happening. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be good. It's going to be, that's what we want to see. But let's take a look at their full thing here. Let's take a look at everything and take a look at the music festival itself and see what's going on. They just have some goods here. Do they have the goods up yet? No. Oh, just the basic stuff. Basic good stuff. They don't have anything really too crazy. They're showing the cast. They don't even have the casting set up yet. Basically, it's just an early announcement of all of this stuff. The PR Times is mentioning, the actual dates that it's happening. The things that are going to be going on, what it is, what it involves. I'm mainly looking at the goods that they're having here. The 2,800 yen, that's about 20 bucks or so. It's going to be on YouTube. It says day 1 is going to be on the 20th. It's going to be on YouTube. Day 2 is going to be the 21st. Day 3, all of it's going to be on YouTube. And the main one is this Nijisanji events that we just went over. And here, just so you guys can see it, as I always try to do, I will give you the English version. It says to be held the largest volume ever. Day 1 and Day 2 will be available with online streaming tickets. Day 3 will be fully streamed for free. So they're doing a little bit of a change. They actually have the 3rd day being fully streamed for free. That is something that I would not have known if I had not translated this. So that's why I did it for you guys. There's like the Song Festival is more extensive version of the live music streaming program. Unit Song Festival. So it's basically they're making it larger. Now they're having more people, as they're saying here. They have an AR stage, a 3D stage, and then they'll have a 2D stage as well, which is what they're saying here. Additional live viewing screenings will be held at movie theaters nationwide for 3 days. So that's another thing. It's only in Japan, by the way. The movie theater thing is only in Japan. Adding as many things that I can here. It's saying here, of course, they're having the commemoration of this. They're going to be having merchandise, which is showing here the full amount. And then, of course, showing here full-length streaming available for free on Neko for a fee on Neko Live Broadcasting and also on YouTube. So Nico was the place as well that they have there. And everything, it says the entire feature will be pre-recorded footage. So none of this is live per se, live per se, but it is, as they always do, pre-recorded. This is not something that is just Nijisanji just being fair and objective here. Hololive also, for their 3D lives, they do it pre-recorded, because that way they can get any little things that happen in between getting it finished and completely done without all these issues. But of course, when it comes to actual live concerts, those are always live. But the things like this, the ones that are streamed, these events, these festivals, it sucks that they're not actually live, but I think even the summer festival in the Summerfest that Hololive has, I believe that's also pre-recorded. So just letting you guys know how it works in the industry. You know, since I know a little bit about the industry, that's how it works in the industry in general. It's not an unheard of thing. More PL activity. A certain young lady in Nijisanji is having PL activity over here, and apparently also went to an owl cafe, and is talking to Kirio about, Kirio responded to her in the owl cafe. Of course, Kirio is now an ex-Nijisanji member. We all know who he is by now. You stay focused henceforth on the fact that not Scarla bought an effing owl. She didn't buy an owl, but she visited a cafe during her Japan trip. She's gonna pretend I didn't read that for the sake of a meme. It's like, basically, it's like Pekura's monkey. Pekura has Jilkun, and not Scarla has her owl. So that's the issue. Just actively posting on her PL account for months. So apparently she's been posting on it for months. I don't keep track of people's PL accounts. I don't. I mainly go for what they are now or what they're showing, whatever it is. So that's how come I didn't know about it. Some serious MILH, man I love Hooters activity here. Hooters being owls, of course. Second image clicks for me. I'm just confused about the first image. First is Quinn talking with his friend on the alt account. Those unaware, second image tweet is from blank PL account. Wait, I thought it was from blank. I meant the second image, my bad. Corrected to clear that up. So the first one is as you can read here. The second one is as you can read there. It's just all stuff popping up on everywhere. Everybody's PL accounts are popping up everywhere. It's really crazy. It's kind of like management is not making them feel good. And it's kind of like they stopped giving an F about what management thinks. And since everyone else is using their PL and not getting suspended like they used to be suspended for these things, because management actually used to be active, now that they're not getting suspended, it's kind of like, oh, well, I'm not going to do anything. You know, I'm not going to care. I'm going to do whatever the heck I want, which is what they're doing right now, which I love because it shows that they're actually having happiness now. That shows that they're actually doing well. Love seeing that. This is an update for all of you who are wondering what was going to happen to Ironmouse. I had said before that she was going to get it deleted, that it was going to be deleted. Now it has officially been deleted, but let's go back and kind of give you a run through. This is an update, but also a run through of some parts that I didn't cover last time. Save Point Cafe, a mod for Ironmouse, says everyone is aware multiple strikes have been made against the Ironmouse thing that I covered yesterday, I believe. VShojo staff are working to find a resolution in the matter. Kindly ask that everyone continue supporting Mouse. Very complicated matter. Negative posts will only bury the efforts being made officially. We understand your concern. Rest assured, we will find a home for the VODs so the precious family can continue to enjoy Mouse's past streams. What they're most likely going to do is make it an official under VShojo Ironmouse mod thing, a VOD thing, because I believe her VOD channel, correct me if I'm wrong down below if you know more about this, but I believe her VOD channel was under her brand account. Every VTuber, every YouTuber, every person on YouTube, once you get to a certain size, you can make a brand account and you can have sub-accounts beneath the brand account. Now, the brand account has certain restrictions, like you can't get gifted memberships, other things like that. There's certain things that brand accounts can't do. You can be moderators for other things, but brand accounts can't have gifted memberships and things like that. I do not have a brand account. I've decided against it because I'm not really going to be doing anything too much bigger. If I have to, I will, make separate accounts for separate things. But they're continuing on. It says, so Ironmouse talked about it on stream. As I mentioned, the Ironmouse VODs is here. I believe, like I said, it was under her thing. VShojo was involved in it. They've been trying to talk to the third party. She, of course, said on stream, as I showed yesterday, she did not want to have anybody in a third party, especially this random dude who's doing spurious and bad copyright strikes, to have it, because then that leads to doxing, that leads to possibly stalker, that leads to possibly having swatting, that type of situation. Never good. So she has 91k subscribers, 98k subscribers, 1300 videos in the VODs. So that's years of VODs being put in there because she streams every day. So that's years of VODs being put in there. and that is VODs that could be lost. And that sucks. Unless you've had some kind of backup with like Odyssey or other agencies like that, then you lose everything. And this is just a continuation of what I mentioned there. And unfortunately, from what I was able to see, we have now lost the channel. The channel is lost. It has been deleted from what we can see here. You look at @Ironmouse VODs, youtube.com @Ironmouse VODs. It has been deleted. I will double check right now. It is basically 2.5 years of work, 1,000 plus VODs. It was a good ride. So yeah, it is unfortunate that this happened. Officially, it's gone. This is me checking @Ironmouse VODs. It is officially gone. Unfortunately, it's a 404. This happens not when they've been suspended for a couple of days or whatever like that. This is actually their channel being gone. When you get the stealth suspensions and stuff like that, the shadow bans and things like that from YouTube, your channel's still there, but it's gone from the algorithm. In this case, it's gone from YouTube, period. So it is official now. Ironmouse has lost her VOD channel. Over 1,000 videos, 98K subscribers, 2.5 years of work are gone because some troll somewhere in the world decided, ha ha ha, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna take it off of you, or you're gonna give me your personal data and then I'm gonna use that against you in some way, which is horrible. No matter what, it's horrible, despicable, should never happen. A bit of a meme for everybody. Y'all know I do love the memes. Since Nijisanji is the predicament of Yandere Dev, I thought Hololive would be the same predicament as the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's. Scott Coffin has a subreddit dedicated to them both. Made a bajillion games in like 2 days. They beat a small yet professional wave of VTubers like in a few months. Made a franchise loved by all. Made a community of VTubers loved by everyone. Yeah, I mean, there are people just because there are have their sections. Some people like Nijisanji. Some people like Hololive. They have their tribalism going on. But if you look at them both objectively, there's a lot more to like from Hololive than there is from Nijisanji. Took criticism on his games to heart and decided to just fully embrace it. Took past mishaps as learning experiences to change for the better to prevent any future mishaps from happening. Basically started a new age of indie horror games. Basically started a new age of VTubers. Made VTubing great again. Retires from development but is thanked by fans for creating an amazing horror game turned multimedia franchise. Ah-chan retires from talent management but is thanked for fans for building a Hololive's reputation. Ah-chan is a GOAT. She is the GOAT of the whole thing. Greatest of all time. Because she was there from the beginning. She was there with Sora, which was their first official talent. She was there getting her in there because they were scouting and she went and, she actually was like, hey, I want to be a part of this. They scouted her. They found her. Boom, she was in. And Ah-chan was there since the beginning of everything. 7 years she was there. And she finally took some time off because remember, Ah-chan had to help a family member. There was a family medical thing. She had to help somebody really close to her in last days. I think it's like hospice type care. From what I understand, I may be mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong below, but I may be mistaken. But that's what I remember it being. And yeah, so she was the GOAT. Made a movie adaptation, eventually became blockbuster smash hit. Currently producing a magical girl anime featuring Hololive talents. Anime and other things, as anime and manga and other type of visual stuff. I think visual novels and other things like that. Maybe even a game eventually. It's just media. They're producing media for the Hollow Witches thing. Exotic Butters. Yeah, Exotic Butters was one of the things. I think it was in Sister Location. And fucking monkey! Yeah, the effing monkey on the part of Hololive. This is a bit of a shorter one, but as always, I will give my opinion and I will give my little 2 bits on it, whether it's welcome or not, gosh darn it. Here we have NHK Radio, NHK VTuber Radio in this case. NHK is a large organization inside of Japan. It is a Japanese-based organization. So it's like radio, TV, that type of stuff. It's like their national broadcasting service, if I'm not mistaken. Like the BBC for Britain, or PBS over here in the US. It's like public broadcasting from what I understand. So they are going to be having a NHK radio section with the MC being Hoshimachi Suisei and the guest being Fuwa MInato of Nijisanji. They're going to be performing, having maybe some singing performances, maybe a little bit of song here and there, maybe, showing some of their music, but it's going to be a radio show for VTubers there on that point, which is big for both. It's big for Nijisanji because Fuwa Minato is going to be there, and it's, on NHK, and it's big for Suisei and Hololive because, of course, NHK Radio. It's freaking the public broadcasting system on freaking Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Gonna correct me if I'm wrong down below. Whether or not you like Nijisanji, it is good for the individual liver to be invited to these things, because that makes them feel like, hey, I'm getting some kind of recognition at least, even though the agency itself doesn't give it to me, even though the management itself doesn't give it to me, I'm getting something, which is great. Congratulations to Fuwa MInato, and of course, for Suisei for being chosen as the MC. A VTuber known as Maid Mint, we all know who she was, but she is now Mint, and she will forever be Maid Mint. The VTuber, she made a guest on Kojima Frequency. What is Kojima Frequency? Let me put it out there right now. This is not directly related with Hideo Kojima. This is not directly run by Hideo Kojima or Kojima Productions. This is a fan project of Kojima's work. These are fans who basically are doing kind of like a talk show, podcast type of event thing that they do, talking about things that Kojima is doing, past, present, future, all the things like that. Basically, it's one of those. There are various podcasts about, you know, fan projects and things like that. I think they even do things about fan projects and about reimaginings and all that kind of stuff. Like I think it's Metal Gear Solid Delta or whatever. It's going to be the new one. It's going to be about Snake Eater. That one, they talked about that one. They talked about a lot of things. Like this person saying here, and they're excited, and I do think it's a win for Mint. The podcast has no connection with Hideo Kojima directly. It's fully fan-produced thing. The channel itself calls itself Kojima Production Network, which I understand can mislead people. Yeah, that's one of those things that can mislead people. That is why I had to mention first that it is not related to Hideo Kojima directly.
Thanks for listening to the Kojima Frequency. One of these people, and then you just see their interactions like in the early days. That's a cool play order. I like it.
Do you feel like you have a connection with Solid Snake, you know, having to transition between 2D and 3D? Do you feel like you have a connection there because of that?
I don't know if it's like, you know, that what made the connection, or just I don't know. I think it's well, like, you know, Metal Gear 1 was just like pretty bare bones.
So yeah, she was able to go in there and have her conversation with other people who enjoy Metal Gear Solid as much as she did. And she does, as you know, in both her past life in Nijisanji and her current life now. She absolutely adores Hideo Kojima. She adores the things that have been done with Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid more than Kojima, actually, but she adores Metal Gear Solid. She's a big fan of it. She's been doing amazing things with, you know, doing the whole run through of Metal Gear Solid games as much as she can. So yes, hopefully one day she will be able to meet Kojima, because she's getting larger, and hope that you know, more Kojima-based projects and more Kojima-based fan projects and things like that start talking to her as someone, of course, like I said, who really enjoys it. Froot was teasing this for various days. I did cover at one point the teasing that she was doing for this. It's a new music video that she has out. It is, what she was teasing was this, the full-on Empress, or whatever you want to call it, Dragon Empress, the whole thing. It's really well made. The 3D of it they've been working on it for ages. It's finally out, fully 3D. Oh, goodness gracious. And in that form as well. So all of it's been done. Here we have a nice little sneak peek of it, a nice little snippet of it. We're having, of course, the actual, you know, music of it, a little bit more views of it. Like I mentioned before, we have also the artist who's been doing this since the 2023. This is the first, you know, concept art. This is a lot of stuff being done. All the work, the skin. It's really well made. It's like really well made. It's a lot of work being put into it, as you can see. Of course, taking a look into design, modeled, textured, everything, the full look of it, the dark shadow look of it, the shadowy look of it, everything. The full-on, you know, demoness type of thing, whatever you want to call it. It's all been done, and it's all really, really well done. Clearly, you don't own an air fryer. That's just a little meme being done by it. But congratulations to Froot. Holy crap. This is insane to have this all be done that way. It's insane to see it. I'm glad that she was able to get it done. And congratulations to Leosaurus Rex, who was the person who did all that work. Years, like almost a year to the day, full of work. From the beginning stages of modeling to all this, that shows all the effort that's been done to go into all of this music video, go into all the music and all the effort done for this kind of content creation. That's why it costs money. That's why it costs a lot of money. That's why it's not cheap or easy to do. It's just the time and effort put into it. And I respect every artist who does this. Welcome back, everybody, to another VTuber showcase where I'd like to give back to the community that has given so much to me. There have been so many VTubers that we've been watching, so many that we've been trying to push forward and have new horizons for them. And this is because VTubing community has done so much for me, so I'm paying it forward to everyone, giving love everywhere I can see it. Today we are talking about Neko Yumiko, who is the resident magical kitty. They are, of course, enjoying all this, all the 500. They've gotten to 500, which is amazing. Doing drawing streams, kind of doing art, doing different things, Minecraft, a lot of different things happening around here. And of course, this is their YouTube channel, their primary channel where they are. Here's their intro, as you can see here, the debut trailer. Gonna take a look at it in a bigger sense, all the things that they do, giving you a full look of their outfit and the ears, kind of little sneak peeks here and there. So that's always good to look at. And let's take a look at other things they've done, like they did a birthday live 3 weeks ago. I'm doing this just so you can see their full self. I'm gonna actually go somewhere in the middle where you can actually hear their voice and hear what's going on.
Next, what beats a spaceship? My first thought is aliens. Or jets, yeah, jet. Asteroid, Elon Musk.
So yeah, having fun with the chat. They have had a lot of success so far, and I'm glad that they have. They're at 505 subscribers, and they are growing. And I do hope that this helps them grow. Thank you again, of course, Neko Yumiko, for being a part of this VTuber showcase, for allowing me to showcase your channel on mine, and hoping that you grow with this showcase and find many, many more wonderful moments with your chat and those who follow you. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.